Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, players. It's another wonderful Monday, this July of 2024, making it a wonderful day for the basics. Now, I'm not sure exactly how everything's going to work out. I won't go ahead and say that, hey, my book is released now. But yeah, by next week it will be if I haven't done it this week. So that's something to look forward to. I guess while I'm pimping all the things, also my Patreon, if you want to support me, links also down below. So that's always a fun thing. And just really quickly, something that I thought was interesting, just how some videos have been doing lately. More to the point, the supercut one is interesting because I see that it's got a pretty decent number of reviews, 2850 right now at the time of this recording. That's pretty great indeed. The like ratio is average though, so I'm not sure if it's doing better because people like the video or if they're just curious on what a 3-hour video is, so they clicked. Purely in terms of videos that have done above average though last month, something that drew to my attention was this Mindless Miscreant Meets Misfortune video that is featuring an above average view count and like ratio. So maybe people are really into me actually having to invade something for a change, which is kind of what I had to do in that video. Very rare that I have to do that, unfortunately, especially in a basics video, but that seemed to have really resonated with people as well. And it also drew my attention that the easiest to follow 9p real board video is done very well with a fantastic view and like ratio. So it looks like y'all really enjoy those super easy to follow professional games. I just wish they were a little bit more common, though I am always keeping my eye out to bring you more of them. Alright, that was incredibly strange. Someone just played about 20 moves of a game, then resigned. Didn't expect that. It was pretty quick, too. It was like click, and left. Kind of odd, but alright.
対局開始。
Alright, we're playing a 3Q now instead. Let's go ahead and freestyle it. I'll probably approach, hopefully, if it's a 4-4. Might not be a 4-4. Now, I couldn't close one of these because I don't really like approaching. But we'll go ahead and just do so anyway. Reason why I don't like doing that is pretty straightforward. This feels a little bit slow. I don't want to do the Kobayashi, so we'll approach on the inside. Or alternatively, I will approach and then go into a framework, but that's a little bit more complicated, not really all that basic. This will give me an opportunity to invade, though, since I played this Joseki. He can keep me low while he's getting influence, so this could be a very interesting game. Only if he's able to utilize the Aji in my positions. He might not be able to. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Alright, pulling back like so. Fine by me. I'll take some territory. That one's a little unfortunate because you can't play this all the way over to here to make this a connection. This is a little bit of an overstep. Yeah, because see, Joseki would be to go back and play here, right? But unfortunately, he can't do that right now. As a result, from 2, he's extended 1, 2, 3, 4 click. And that's a little bit too far. So if I want to just play here and attack him, I can, because he's extended too far. Unfortunate. Now we're playing a bit of a territorial game, so we'll approach on the inside and see what he wants to do here. If we approach on the outside, oh, well, I guess approaching on the inside. If I wanted him to build, I should have approached on the outside to force him into a framework that he seeks to utilize his Aji off my position to continue to grow. I kind of played that reflexively, not thinking about the lesson of the video. So I admit that was my bad. And now I'm being kicked, so he'll never be able to get a framework here ever again. Uh, regrets, regrets. I am playing a territorial game more than influential, so I'll keep this on the ground. Don't think we need an air force here. My stones aren't exactly flying high. Ooh, he's giving me the Sentays. Alright, so it seems like he's trying to be a solid player, not really an aggressive player. I kind of want to play here just so we're twins. It's like, hey, buddy. You got a 2 space and I got a 2 space. Making sure my NVIDIA broadcast is as strong as possible, because once again, it seems like they always know when I'm recording. It's like, oh, they're doing landscaping on a Wednesday. Okay, we'll move. I'll stop recording on a Wednesday or on Monday. Sorry, and I'll record on a Tuesday. Oh, they're doing it too. Okay, we'll go over to Wednesday. Or they always know. They always know. So yeah, there's a lawnmower out my window. But with modern technology, hopefully you don't hear it. All right, now he's dead. How do we know he's dead? How do we know? How do we know? Well, it's actually kind of like this. Right now, let us ask ourselves a very, very simple question. How is he going to try to live locally? He can play here into like here. That's like the biggest base he can get for himself. But that doesn't live locally, does it? Okay, so it has to run. But it's my turn. So here's the question now. How does a group that we can easily identify can't make 2 eyes, how is that thing going to live? It can't. I think he expects me to play here. He gets to play here. And then I'm just going to let him live somehow. That's incredibly strange. Tell you what. Let's play the simplest moves possible. Let's see it. Let's see where it gets us. Let's see where it gets us. Simplest moves. Simplest moves. So I want to play here because I know it kills him. How do I know it kills him? If I play here, he plays here, he's dead. If I play here and he tries to hit it, we can throw in and he's dead. So instinctively, I recognize this will kill him. I also recognize there's not a 3 or 4 Q watching this video that will get that move correct. So here's what we're going to do instead. Here's what we're going to do instead. I'm going to let him live. Yeah, I'm gonna let him live. I'll use it as an excuse to show you the invasion on the right hand side to tie up the game again. Seems fine, right? Normally I would hesitate about doing it because it's a little bit too aggressive, but we just let him live, despite the fact that he was totally dead to rights on top of the board. So we'll invade. Unless he Tanukis. If he Tanukis, then we're just gonna kill him. You're gonna die if you. That's incredibly weird. I get to just go ahead and kill the group again. Right? I mean, if he cuts, that's incredibly weird. Why'd you do that? All right. All right. Again, I've already decided that I'm letting you live so I can showcase the invasion here. As it stands, though, if you actually want to see the kill, I can go ahead and show you real fast. A little bit of an incognito window. And bish, bash, bosh, Bob's your uncle. So we play here, like I said. This should make it easier to visualize. Because now he needs to come out from here, right? And he needs to go and get a move over in here. Kind of tough to do so, right? Kind of tough to do so. Actually, you don't even need to do that one, do you? You could actually play this one. Because he still needs a move here to prevent you from going under. So like just that alone is probably killable. You could have also gone ahead and played here. Because this isn't... Yeah, this is fine. Like, you can't play here, here, into here, double Atari, right? And if you tried to play here, here, into here, well, you could either go and just do a flat cap right now, or do this one into this one. Okay, technically into the other one. But yeah, you get the idea, right? That was just never going to live. That was never going to live. And the reason why it's not going to live is simple. It's this. How is this going to live? You can't live locally, and it's your opponent's turn. So they're just going to keep you in and kill you. That's what's going to happen. Now, if he wanted to live, right? While we're waiting for his move, we can just go ahead and show that. You could have been like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play here. I'm not behind enemy lines. It's super safe. And then we can play here into here. Maybe into some kind of escape. So we're threatening to build the middle up now in a big way. Maybe if you really wanted to be aggressive, you could play this one because it's Sente. So if we play something like this, okay. Now we can do a little bit of a damage here. Other than that, yeah, it's weird. So I'm pretty sure I can live if I play here. So I'm not really sure what's going on. Yeah, if I play here, he goes here, here, here. But okay, sure, it's fine. Sir, you need to not be dead, brother, pal, chum. I think L18 still kills you. And now I know L18 is gonna kill you. Undercut. Alright, we're live. And so is he now. So we can just go ahead and pincer. He's too far away. We could totally pincer. Why not? He jumped too far. We can respond without any fear of reprisal. Because what's he gonna do? Can he cut through? No. No, afraid not. Trying to drop down for an emergency connection. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. So we have two choices. We can play this one, or we can drop down because we can connect here. Oops. So the question is, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, as much as I would love to start, trying to stab the guy, and I would, we'll go ahead and connect. He can link up underneath and give me more Sente moves. The middle is now mine. You see it? Just grab your forcing moves. We are playing here. So we can threaten to double Zihane. Actually, no, I won't double Hane. I'll play this one. This is fine too. So now I have influence spreading across the entire board. Thank you. Appreciate it. Do. Question is, what will he do now? What will he do now? You see a big move on the board? You see it? You see it? Where's the big move? Is it down here? Is it over here? Shoulder it to keep growing. Big move. So big. And the attachment to finish off the center. So our plan of attack is already locked and ready to go. Because he gave us a lot of influence. We didn't plan to get a lot of influence. He gave it to me. Like, we were playing a territorial game. This is super important. 100% we were playing a territorial game, right? But he gave us a lot of influence. We didn't ask for it. I wasn't like, hey, I'm going to lean here to get influence and do all this other stuff. No, he forced influence on me. So now I'm just calmly looking around the board and be like, all right, where's low stones I can get more influence from? There and there. There. Yeah, there we go. About over and yeah, right there. I really wish I had a bigger room that I could totally green screen. That way I could just like get up and go onto the board and point out things. That, not gonna lie, would be like the dream for me if I actually made enough money to do that. That would be fantastic. And those videos would be so like child friendly too. So you could just use them to teach kids. But unfortunately, I don't have enough money to make a studio like that. It's sad, but true. Who knows? Maybe if my writing takes off, hey? Alright, so what do we do here? What do we do here? What do we do here? Well, it's a large knight, and large knights can't be cut. I mean, that's just, oh dear. Here, here. I mean, yeah, I could cut because large knights can do that. If I play here, he has to connect this way, and if I play here, he has to connect, he has to go back, and then we could just profit there. What do you think? Is that good enough? I think it's good enough because he played a large knight. I think it's good enough because he played a large knight. And I teach all of y'all that large knights can be cut. So alright. Let's showcase it. Large knights can be cut, so let's do it. I think we could have gone the other way too. Let's go ahead and take a little peek see at that. If we had played here. That works too. So there was no world in which this would have actually gone well for him. Because he got the Atari here, and the Atari here, but he can't go down again, right? Otherwise that stone's dead. So this was never going to work for him. Like, it's that simple. This would never have worked for him. No matter how you want to cut this, as long as you recognized large knights can be cut, then you get to a position similar to this one. It's that simple. You're cut. Now you have nowhere to go. Which means we're going to go and aggressively attack it and probably kill it. Unless he drops it. Drop it like it's hot and go in for a reduction from the bottom. Come in from the bottom. But you've got no friends in the area. So you are staring down the barrel of a very severe attack. You got strong groups on the top, strong groups on the left, strong groups on the right. And I can cut you off on the bottom because I'm already highlighting on the board that you don't know that. Forcing moves that I can use to get more influence. Why, hello there. Huh? You're only visiting, my Moyo. I've lived here. We got an Atari doot. We're gonna connect the top and not the bottom because we all know what the big ones are. We all know where the big ones are. The Aji, what's important, all of that stuff, mid. I am not threatening to win the game by keeping connection to D18. And as long as we look at what we're doing logically, we can find our moves. I had a Monday student. And lately on Monday with Monday student, I've been having them play a free game on OGS where I don't give them the move. I've just been telling them how to think about how to find the move. And I think it's been improving. Because they'll do something like they'll want to, I don't know, there's not a good example on this board, but let's say this was completely immortal and they'd want like Atari 1 stone here, right? And I'll just ask, so you want to Atari 1 stone right now? And it's weird how just that question alone is usually enough to be like, oh yeah, that you know what, when I say it, like, yeah, when you that does sound small. You're right. Yeah, that actually is probably not a good idea. It's like, okay, so if you don't want to Atari one stone, what do you want to do? It's like, I should be looking for big moves, huh? Yeah, you should be. Quite correct there. There are many big moves on the board. Alright, so cutting here is the right answer because there's no ladder, and if they Atari, they're toast. Like, no matter what they do, they're done. So this cut works, but maybe you don't know that because you played too fast and you defended. Not the end of the world. We can go from here. Not the end of the world by any stretch of the imagination. Man, I can't do Bane anymore. Those impressions sucked. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a defend. This defend shouldn't be here. Just for the record, it should probably be either an attachment or if you want to attack for profit, the area is actually large enough that you could do that. If you wanted to be like, you know what, I'm not sure if I can kill it, so I'm going to play here. Because it threatens to like go here or here, right? Got like Miai, if they play like, okay, if they play that, whatever. Then you've got this because, you know, where is that ever going to go? A whole bot of nowhere, right? And if they just be like, hey, I'm going to try to kill you, you can be like, oh no, don't kill me. And we're immediately profiting here, which is fine. So if you wanted to attack that way too, that'd be gravy. I want to do a small knight because it's faster, but I can see how it might make some people uncomfortable. So we want to do it. Only question is, do we kill this? That's the only question. Do we kill this? Right now I'm taking on a very aggressive stance to kill the middle group. But I mean, there's a wall on top, there's a wall on the bottom, left and right, and doesn't have an eye yet. Like, it doesn't actually have a real eye yet. So, on one hand, yeah, I could kill it, but only in the sense that it's not alive. You know, does that make sense? You could also 180 it. You'd be like, you know what? I'm not sure if I can kill this. I'm going to profit. I want for profit. That'd be fine too. Personally, I'd kill it, but that's just me. Be like, hey, I'm gonna profit. That's cool. That's cool. Sure. Do it. Why not? They had to jump down. Unfortunately, you can still get there. Like, even if you're like wibbly wobbly and changing your mind, which you shouldn't be really doing, you should analyze what's the right way forward and immediately play for that way forward, you know? And this way is not the greatest. We're being wibbly wobbly. We're changing our minds. We're not committing to what we've already decided to do when we play like from here. But even now, they can do a 1 point at bay. Fine, die. This is how things die a lot. He saw that I was growing. He's not alive. And now he just won't be. I said, fine, you can run. But he said, but I don't want you to get territory. To which I replied, that's not my problem. That was your problem. Honestly, you could just play here. If you were at all worried, because you can't escape to the right, it's not possible. I might do it, actually. If they're fully surrounded, you can play whatever you want in the interest of killing them. Alright. I'll give you one shot. That's not going to do it. That is definitely not going to do it. Thought maybe he'd pull back or do something, I don't know. But it's looking rather dead. And I don't think he even actually like spent too much time on that move thinking about it either. Definitely needed to. Because like he can play here, but we falsify it there, so it's not really a thing. That sounds like Deus Ex. It is Deus Ex the Nothing. Do 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 do. Go ahead and take. It's dead. Can't go anywhere. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. They got both the eyes. Threatens double Atari. Nothing he can do. Sorry. Shouldn't have played away from your group, man. Shouldn't have played away from your group. Like, yeah, I get it. You looked at the area. Black's about to build some territory. You don't want your opponent building territory. But urgent before big. Urgent before big. It's urgent for you to make sure your group is fine. Otherwise, you're just gambling. That's now dead in Gote, but sure, I'll respond to it. Why not? But yeah, otherwise you're just gambling. And sure, yeah, there's RNG in this game, I get it. But you don't want RNG to be in your game. It's like maybe there's a way that this will live if, you know, some wrong moves are played or something. But yeah, you're fully surrounded with no eye shape. Sorry, no solid eye shape. Just trying to go for this. Alright. Just protect the cutting point. Sorry, mister. Sorry. You tanuki'd. You tanuki'd your group. It'll be fine. I have too many triangles, brother. Like, what is going on here even? You know what I mean? I've got like a triangle here, there's a triangle here, there's a triangle here. There's a triangle shape here. Oh my god, I think I know what the title of this video is gonna be. We know what the title of this video is gonna be, hey? Is it gonna be something to do with triangles? Very well might be. Very well might be. Triangles is what's for dinner. Okay, don't want him cutting through there, I think. I mean, maybe it could have. It's probably a bad idea. Keep yourself nice and strong. He'll probably go for the cutting point there, yeah. Will Atari, no problems there. Maybe he'll go for this one too. Go for these 4 stones? 5? It's a little strange. Double Atari. No problems there. I was gonna say if he goes and plays this one, maybe we'll give that to him. Because, you know, why not? Ordinarily, we would probably fight this one too. We had enough liberties. No real reason to right now, though. I definitely don't need that forcing move anymore. That is for sure. We'll go ahead and do some pokes, get rid of that. I suppose now it's just endgame. So how about maybe a nice good old time lapse, eh? See you at the end.
検討が開始されました。
Alright, so we won by about 40 points or so. Pretty straightforward in that sense. Question is, how did we get there? Quick recap. We played very, very simple. He looks like he was playing for influence. He did not go and continue for influence, unfortunately. As a result, he tried to go more of a territorial influential thing, which gave him a very, very uncomfortable position here when we go ahead and invade later. I played this one. Admittedly, I should have played here just to see if he would, try and, I don't know, do something maybe involving this kind of thing into here, and then we have to deal with how to reduce the left-hand side. Instead, I approached on the inside, and he kicked me to make me stronger, so he was never able to make influence for the rest of the game. That's a little unfortunate. He then followed that up by giving me Sente, which is a 2-space extension. Not even something like really, really aggressive, just like a little passive 2-space extension there. So I get to fix that, and he followed it up with the invasion that could have died. We let him live in exchange for going ahead and playing an aggressive variation here. He decided that he can go ahead and connect up on the bottom, but unfortunately on an open board, choosing to connect up on the second line means your opponent gets to keep you pretty flippin' low. And that's essentially what happened here. Now we have influence across the entire thing in exchange for him connecting this group to the second line. And that is the writing on the wall right there. He has one chance, and I do mean one. He could maybe do a little bit of a leany times, get into the middle, and just acknowledge that your opponent's going to get some territory, but we're going to try to keep it under control. Instead, he went for the large knight that can be cut, and sure enough, it got cut. And then that was the end of the game. We go ahead and look at the AI review. We get pretty much the exact same opinion there. It's just we're up by about 40 points because he decided to tanuki up until here. It could be a bit even. I know you can't see the board right now, but you can see in this section here, which I'm about to show you, it could have stayed roughly even. And that's here where we're going out of our way to, not kill him. But that tanuki that he played over here brought him the insane not a chance in heck that you're coming back into this game variation. So yeah, he could have tried to play a very complicated game, but getting cut off right there, and then yeah, that was just the end. Interesting game. Urgent before big. It's there for a reason. Hope you enjoyed today's basics video. Did have a little bit of a kill there, but sometimes that happens. As always, see you next time. Okay, everybody.